Hey guys, welcome back to Super Top 10s. Today we'll talk about 11 people with superpowers. Let's head into it. Number 11, Super Endurance. Finnish Olympic skiing champion Eero Mäntyranta may have been the first Finnish sportsman to test positive for hormone doping, but he probably didn't need to since he had genetic super endurance powers. Along with other members of his extended family, Mäntyranta had a condition resulting from a mutation in the erythropoietin receptor gene. This resulted in the ability to carry 50% more oxygen in his bloodstream, a trait that is quite advantageous in endurance competition. Super strength. When you think of genetic disorders, physical frailty might be something you can imagine. However, there are also genetic disorders that exist on the other side of the bell curve that result in superhuman strength. And that seems to be the case with Michigan boy Liam Hoekstra. Liam has a rare genetic condition in which his body blocks the protein myostatin, which inhibits muscle growth. Individuals or animals with this deficiency tend to have much larger muscles with little body fat and inherent super strength. While Liam doesn't appear to boast any fantastical car-tossing strength, he is naturally stronger than all of his peers without doing any training. The only downside to his condition is that he must eat more than most in order to keep up with his body. Number 10, eating things that should not be eaten. Michael Lotito was a French entertainer also known as Monsieur Magatout or Mr. Eats All. Throughout his career, Michael consumed all manner of non-consumable objects made of glass, rubber, and metal, which he would often accompany by downing mineral oil. One of his most impressive feats was consuming an entire Cessna 150 airplane, which he ate in small bits over the course of 2 years. There were a couple of things going on here. First, Michael appeared to suffer from a condition known as pica, a disorder characterized by the appetite for non-consumable foods like dirt, rocks, and metal. But what makes Michael truly notable is the abnormally thick lining in his stomach and intestines that made it possible for him to eat sharp metal objects and consume toxic substances, which would have killed a lesser person. Number 9, the ability to eat many hot dogs. Competitive eater Takuru Kobayashi attributes some of his unique abilities to the fact that his stomach sits far lower than that of the average human, thus giving it more room to expand upwards. When asked about his unnamed digestive condition during the 2012 AMA, Kobayashi said that the stomach condition is true. I've been checked not on a serious level. I've put a camera down in my stomach before. When they put it inside, just the camera touching the inside of my stomach stretched it, and it surprised the doctors because of the elasticity. Hyperphotographic memory. You may have difficulty remembering the exact details of the late 1970s sitcom Taxi, but actress Marilu Henner sure doesn't. And not just because it was her most notable role, but rather because she has a condition known as hyperthymesia, or the ability to recall every tiny, stupid detail from her life going back decades. Every detail. Marilu is only one of 25 confirmed cases of hyperthymesia, which allows her to pinpoint the smallest details of her life on nearly any given day. She told ABC that rifling through her memory is similar to viewing little videos moving simultaneously. When somebody gives me a date or a year or something, I see all these little movie montages, basically on a time continuum, and I'm scrolling through them and flashing through them. While some scientists theorize hyperthymesia as the result of an obsessive-compulsive need to constantly review and therefore renew one's memories, there is also a physiological link in which the temporal lobe and caudate nucleus of the brain are found to be enlarged in this afflicted. Number 8, super flexibility. Even if you don't know the name of Javier Botet, chances are you have seen his work if you're a horror movie fan. Javier was the emaciated creature at the end of the Spanish horror film REC, the titular character in Mama, set in the 2017 remake of The Mummy, and Slender Man in the 2018 movie of the same name. As you see in the test footage above from Mama, while a lot can be done with makeup and CGI, it's no replacement for the spookiness that comes from someone with the ability to bend themselves in ungodly poses. Pote suffers from a genetic condition known as Marfan syndrome, which affects connective tissue throughout the body. People with Marfan tend to be unusually tall, with long limbs and fingers, and have abnormal flexibility. Marfan is a spectrum disease, meaning the severe cases can lead to life-threatening defects in the heart and other organs. However, those with mild symptoms can live normal, full, healthy lives. Number 7, party hard and face no physical consequences. Why is Ozzy Osbourne still alive? And I ask this question as a fan. For someone who knows someone, by his own admission, drank, smoked, popped, snorted, and injected copious amount of substances over his years, how is Osbourne still around when so many similarly inclined musicians from the past are not? The answer may be due to his mutant superpowers for partying. Really, back in 2010, Ozzy had his genome sequenced, and researchers said they found several gene variants never seen before. They are, perhaps unsurprisingly, found in regions of the genome associated with alcoholism, and how the body absorbs methamphetamine and other recreational drugs. Number 6, unbelievably sexy Hollywood eyelashes. Elizabeth Taylor, actress, icon, mutant. Taylor suffered from a rare condition known as dystichia, when the eyelashes arise from an abnormal spot on the eyelid. In Taylor's case, she actually boasted a double set of eyelashes, which only helped draw attention to her famous violet eyes. Dysphagia can cause medical issues in some people, by which the eye is constantly being brushed against the lashes. However, in Taylor's case, it only led to fame and fortune. Number 5. No need for sleep. You've always heard that you need 8 hours of sleep a night, and that's good advice for most people. There are some people out there who require far less, and their reason is genetic. University of California, San Francisco researchers conducting genetic tests on sleep test participants located a mother and daughter who share an unusual trait. They both carry an abnormal copy of a gene known as DEC2, which affects the circadian rhythm. The result is that they are short sleepers who need far less than the average person. This is a genetic disposition that may affect as much as 5% of the population. Number 4. A six-finger sinker. Former MLB relief pitcher Antonio Alfonseca was known for his killer sinker. While his pitch was surely the result of years of practice and perfection, it's difficult to conclude that it also wasn't at least partially due to the sixth finger on his throwing hand. Alfonseca was born with a rare genetic condition known as polydactyly, which results in extra fingers or toes. In fact, El Pulpo, or the octopus as his teammate call him, has an additional extremity on each hand and foot. While it's debatable if the extra finger actually helps his pitching, it's hard to imagine that it had no effect. Number 3. Unbreakable bones. Member of an unnamed Connecticut family were found to suffer from a genetic-linked condition, which resulted in significantly stronger and denser bones. Additionally, the bones appeared to resistant to age-related wear, a sort of anti-osteoporosis. Number 2. Disease resistance. The AIDS epidemic ravaged everyone from the 1980s and early 90s, but one man managed to never get sick even as his friends and lovers around him fell to the then mysterious ailment. Stefan Krohn was found to have a Delta 32 mutation, which protected his CD4 white blood cells from HIV. Due to this small genetic change which otherwise had no apparent effects, Krohn was completely immune to HIV. With any disease outbreak, a few individuals in a population are always found to be immune for one reason or another. These immunities can often help scientists describe the disease and devise treatments. Number 1. Leave no fingerprints. A dermatoglyphia is a genetic condition that leaves the afflicted without fingerprints. The trait came to light when a Swiss woman was not able to enter the United States because of her condition. All non-residents are required by law to be fingerprinted. Aside from the frustrations that came with dealing with various local bureaucracies, in newer fingerprint tech, this rare condition would certainly be considered a superpower to any would-be criminals. What do you think about these people? Who has the most amazing superpowers? Let us know in the comment section down below. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.